Hello, I'm Subramanya from Suman TV. Friends, Indian pharma industry is doing a great service and doctors are also helping our patients to have a great quality of life with their intelligence, with their right diagnosis, with their right medicines. But over a period of time, what happened when doctor writes one prescription with one brand, with his own understanding, with his own experience, with his own knowledge, when the patient is taking this prescription to the pharmacy in the roads or somewhere else, and the people are not giving the same brand, they are changing it to another brand. So to understand about this, today we have Sesharanjan sir with us, who is having more than 30 years of experience in pharma industry and worked for big pharmaceutical companies in India. Let us understand, by changing the prescription, what are all the consequences the patient is going to face. Hello, sir.
Hi, Subbu.
Sir, thank you very much for coming to our show today.
Yep.
So, we wanted to understand one thing out of your pharma industry experience, sir. It has become a habit and it has become, people are not looking it so seriously. When a doctor with 20 years, 30 years of experience and based on the patient problem, he understands the patient health issue and he knows about the pharmaceutical companies also and their level of R&D, their research, quality of products, and he give one prescription. Imagine, sir, for example, a BP patient came. He writes, for example, tell me certain one big brand. When the patient is taking this prescription, and it is a lifestyle, long time usage products, and maybe when they come to a pharmacy, they buy for 30 days, and when they wanted to go for repeat purchase, when they go to a pharmacy, this pharmacist, without giving that particular brand, they tell to a patient, same medicine I have another company and I'll give that. To what an extent it is right? And by doing this, what are all the challenges that patient is going to have?
Subbu, at first,
Yes,
let me tell you that substituting a prescription is a crime. Especially in today's days, when you are facing the menace of spurious medicine, counterfeit drugs, there are copies available. So,
Correct.
see, that may happen even in case of the prescription drug.
Anyway.
But what happens that if the patient refuses to take any substitute, then the chemist will be little inhibited to do any nonsense with that patient.
Yeah.
So this is one inhibitory effect. Second is, see, especially in case of chronic diseases, various company will have various kind of viability level of a product.
Correct, sir.
There is no proper method of validating quality available with a doctor or with a hospital.
Correct.
It has to be done in the government approved labs.
Correct.
So you cannot wait to get a lab report to prescribe a product.
Correct.
So based on his experience, on many patients,
Yeah.
doctor decides in favor of a brand or
Yeah.
group of brands where he is writing. Now, if he has prescribed a product based on certain patient types, his experience,
Yeah.
if you substitute,
Yeah.
the patient may not get same response from the other brand
Yeah.
in case of hypertension or even diabetes,
Yeah.
what he was getting from one brand. And this is a practical issue which happens.
Yeah.
Now, the doctor is being misguided because patient will go back and tell, sir, my sugar is not under control.
Sir, here in this point, what you said, two people are loser, one person is gainer.
Gainer.
The loser, the patient is not getting the expected outcome.
Yeah.
And another loser, doctor with his own experience, when he suggested one brand, this person has got another brand and his judgment is also going haywire. And as you said, he is going to add another drug, which is going to cause the issue for the patient. But here, the person who is creating all these issue is the pharmacist.
The game is more dangerous than what it appears at the hindsight.
Absolutely, sir. I agree with you.
It is not only the doctor gets improper feedback, but doctor may conclude that the patient is going in the secondary failure.
Okay.
Suppose the patient was responding well to the combination of glimepiride metformin.
Okay.
The guy substituted.
Okay.
The sugar level was not controlled.
Yeah.
Now the doctor is thinking that the patient is going in secondary failure.
Okay.
Now I need to add pioglitazone to the therapy.
He will not be in a position to understand because of the low quality of other substituted product, this patient did not get the proper response.
Correct.
This understanding he may not have.
Yeah, there are some smart doctors who will ask them to bring the strip if the patient is not
that would be the
There are
great
some
thing.
doctors, those who train their paramedical staff. Like
Correct.
that. But you understand the deeper consequence of that. Now, The drug which could have managed his diabetes for next 3 years
Yeah.
now is being changed to some other combination.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
So 3 years important period of being managed on the same drug is lost. Now that patient might be prone to pioglitazone related heart failure. See the danger.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily,
Yeah.
that patient
Yeah.
was exposed to the risk of heart failure
Yeah.
because of this pioglitazone.
Correct.
Because the chemist has messed up the prescription.
Yes, sir.
They will not understand.
Correct, sir.
It's not antibiotic prescription.
Absolutely.
And second thing, even antibiotic prescription, once they substitute with a product of low quality, the drug may not be able to reach to the MIC90 required for inhibiting that.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
First, the Indian culture itself, people, they stop taking medicine once the symptoms disappear.
Correct.
So that leads to antibiotic resistance.
Yeah.
And at the right time, the drug will not work and the patient will die. And second thing,
Yes, sir.
the patient will say, they conclude that doctor is not able to treat, so I should go to another doctor.
Correct.
Now, it's a dangerous situation.
Completely.
One doctor used one antibiotic, half used.
Correct.
Another doctor will see it did not work. He will use another antibiotic.
Correct.
Now, the patient is going to be multi-drug resistant patient.
Yeah.
And who is the criminal?
Pharmacist, actually.
Pharmacist.
Very funny.
People have to understand
Correct,
the
sir.
sanctity of a doctor's prescription is very important.
Correct, sir.
Not only drug, the brand, the
Correct.
duration of therapy,
Correct, sir.
and the concerned changes which you have suggested you to take
Correct, sir.
during that process.
Correct. Not only that, sir. You see, recently, because of one cough syrup, 60 children in some African countries died.
Yeah.
It's all the time, it is not the content of drug, how much it is there. It is also impurity issue. And when doctor decides one big company product, he is completely assured about the impurity,
Yes.
content, process, from where raw material is coming, everything he will analyze, then he gives. But unfortunately, when patient take this prescription and go to some pharmacy, that pharmacist, because he would have got from some pharma company some more incentive,
Yeah.
and maybe some offer 10 plus 10, 10 plus 5 and all, and he wanted to push his medicines and make money, and simply he say both drugs are same. You tell me, sir, idli which is made roadside, idli which is made in a proper restaurant are not same.
Not same. They are in terms of hygiene, they may not, because one may cause you food poisoning.
There, the flour of rice would be different.
Yeah.
The cooking process would be different. The utensils what they are using would be different. The environment in and around of that is different. In the proper hotel is different.
Yeah.
So we cannot say same drug only, less price. So here what do you suggest to pharmacist? What do you suggest to the patient? What do you suggest to the doctor, sir?
Doctor per se, once they give the prescription,
Hmm.
very few doctors will have control what their patients are buying.
Correct, sir.
There are few doctors, those who tell the patient to bring the medicine and show it to the compounder or the assistant.
Yeah.
Invariably, every doctor should ensure that his prescription
Yeah.
should not be substitute and that one liner should be written on his prescription.
Correct.
Right.
Doctor should write.
Right.
Yeah.
And because it's a God's order. Doctor
Yeah.
is a God.
Absolutely.
Right. So now paramedical staff has got responsibility to tell the patient take only those medicines what doctor has prescribed.
Absolutely,
Don't take
sir.
anything.
Absolutely.
Now to the patient, they have to be aware.
In this case, sorry to interrupt you, sir. For patients to aware about these consequences, I think pharma companies can play significant
Yeah.
role.
Government and pharma company both can play.
Yeah.
But if you leave to government, it will become like anemia management. That in spite of 30-40 years of campaign, government of India running against anemia,
Yeah.
is still 50% of women are anemic in the country. I tell you, Subbu, the level of engagement which pharma companies have done in diabetes management,
Yeah.
that is why the number of patients getting diagnosed is very high today.
Phenomenal job pharma
Jump.
companies
It's
have
a
done, sir.
jump. So in this area also they can do but here also only big companies though will get interested because the small players they always encourage substitution.
Absolutely, sir. Now, here through our podcast, I wanted to give a message to bigger pharmaceutical companies. They have to run a campaign
Yeah.
very strictly. Many companies should come forward. No substitution. This is good for doctor because his judgment is right for him to understand. This is good for the patient because whatever recommended by doctor, if they take it, they can have intended outcome.
Yeah.
And this is also good for pharmacist
Yes.
on human ground,
Yes.
not on financial ground. So the point is here, Pharma company should play a significant role, and people also, whoever taking the prescription, they should not look at roadside idli, restaurant idli, both are same. They cannot be said like that. And particularly when it comes to drugs, people should not take a chance.
And patient is not in a situation to judge.
Absolutely.
Or neither pharmacist.
Correct.
Only doctor has got some understanding that how a brand is performing in terms of efficacy.
Yeah.
So let the supreme decision be taken by the doctor.
And
so there should not be any substitute of prescription.
substitution. I agree with you, sir. Now imagine, doctor written one company drug. Patient went to a pharmacy and taken some other company drug.
Correct.
Something happened to the patient. Who is responsible, sir? Doctor is responsible. So now everybody, even pharmacist, patient, doctor, should have this awareness and understanding, and strictly they should follow the whatever prescription written by doctor. No substitution.
Very true.
This is what you are saying.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Hello, friends. You have seen that. For general public, I am telling you now. If your doctor given one prescription, he is giving with a great experience. Imagine when you are going to a god, you believe in God and you go to a temple, right? When you believe in God and you go to a temple, when that priest is giving some prasad, without second thought, without doubt, you will take that prasad with utmost devotion, right? The same is with the doctor also. Doctor is also a god. When you go to a doctor who is like a visible god, when he has written a prescription, the same kind of devotion what you are showing in the temple, you have to show in the doctor chamber also. Anybody else comes and say that, I will change the medicine, I will give some other company product, please do not accept. Your doctor is like your God. So show devotion, because we are telling this, because your health is very important for us, because we are all from pharma industry. So please follow strictly, no substitution. Whatever doctor written, please stick to that. If at all that product is not available, let pharmacist call the doctor, take the doctor's suggestion, and then change the brand. So thank you very much.